100 days ago, I assumed the presidency of the United Nations General Assembly. I did so with unwavering commitment to rebuild trust and reignite solidarity in a world reeling from conflict and crises, not least of which the aggression against Ukraine, where tens of thousands have died. Little did I know that, only 1 month later, the world would be rocked by yet another major phase in the conflict in the Middle East, in which yet again thousands have perished, mainly in the Gaza Strip, and in that regard, a disproportionately high number of women and children have been killed, estimated at 70% of all deaths. And the backdrop of all of this remains a world struggling to address climate change, to address growing global food insecurity, and moreover to incentivize action towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, the so-called SDGs. Indeed, unity and solidarity remain elusive, precisely at a time when we need them to be more robust in order to energize the multilateral processes to deliver credible solutions to major global problems. As I mark 100 days in office, I appreciate the successes registered since the start of the 78th session in September, such as the adoption of the political declarations on the SDGs, on universal health coverage, on tuberculosis, and on the pandemic prevention, preparedness, and response. But I recognize that these early wins pale against the mountain of challenges we face, and I am aware of the lengthy road we are yet to travel in the months ahead. Indeed, unhappily, we are net negative in our efforts to create a better, more equitable, more just, and more prosperous world. Quite simply, notwithstanding the fact that the festive season is upon us, this hardly feels like a time for celebration, but rather a moment to consider what we can do better, and by what means, in order to deliver a transformative impact that adds value to our work in moving us closer to our strategic goals. As President of the General Assembly, with the dedicated support of my team, and in close collaboration with fellow principals of the other main organs, including the Secretary General, I remain steadfastly committed to working even harder to serve the common interests of the Member States and to restoring the once heralded dynamism of our multilateral system by way of problem solving. In this regard, I will continue to seek opportunities to deliver more through, among other things, leveraging the wisdom of the General Committee, optimizing the utilization of my advisory boards, and fostering diverse, inclusive spaces for open, honest dialogue, building upon the successful convening thus far of 4 GIAP dialogues. Ending this year on a high note with the commemoration of the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration on Human Rights, a landmark instrument that levels the playing field for the treatment of people everywhere in the world, must inspire more confidence among us and motivate us to look to the new year and to the remainder of this session with renewed hope, aspiration, and commitment. In doing so, we must take full advantage of the ongoing processes, such as the Summit of the Future, and work together creatively as member states and all stakeholders to build a future world where all peoples live in peace and harmony, free from fear and free from want. As we move on beyond the 100 days, I urge all member states and all global citizens who are listening to join my clarion call in pushing for a better future, one that is safer, fairer, more just, and with a clean, healthy, and safer environment for all. We should not and must not blithely accept and settle for the status quo, not when we have the capacity and indeed the potential to achieve so much more, to secure the dignity of the human person all around the world, which we so richly deserve as present and future generations. Thank you.